ferocious Fox players to go into game 1.
I would definitely agree with that sentiment. All right, already Junebug kind of taking a step back to just kind of observe there on the ledge.
Yeah, and I think from AbsentPage's perspective, you can see how he's playing Sheik just from like that opening posture. I always say this matchup, and I've said it many times, I'll say it many times again. This matchup from Fox's perspective is less about what you can do as Fox and more about what Sheik can't do to you. So getting away from the edge of the stage where that back throw was so dangerous and making Sheik come to you is super important. I think a good idea from AbsentPage.
And it's really like a lot of Fox players, depending on their play style, will actually try to pressure. They'll think that they're winning by pressuring Sheik into that spot where she's in the corner. But that's kind of what Sheik is wanting from this situation.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, so the nice thing, I mean, it is favorable to have Sheik in the corner. Having both of you in the corner isn't favorable. It's really about giving her no option to back up, and she can only come forward. That's really strong.
Makes sense.
Being said, Junebug, he's about to tie up the stocks if he can get the edge guard. Gives up this, the edge. Didn't want to play the 50-50 there. Makes sense. You don't want to let AbsentPage back to center stage.
Nice. So getting into this edge guard. Right back in it here. Keeping it really, really close. I think we'll probably see a lot of sets throughout this top 16 play out where it's going to be pretty close throughout.
Yeah, for sure. And you see the beginning of that stock. AbsentPage already waiting on a roll, so he has put some sort of mental pressure onto Junebug, where Junebug wants to use evasive options. Down smash for me to try and do that. Yeah, maybe trying for an opposite attack. Right?
That was a great stock from AbsentPage and some not so great DI from Junebug.
Down smash gets him the tech chase opportunity. A roll again. You can see some soft punishes from AbsentPage there. And it does feel like Junebug's been fighting out of the corner the whole time. And like we said, Sheik's not necessarily weak in the corner, but fighting out of the corner.
Yeah, I feel like Junebug's definitely been on his back foot the entire fight.
For sure, totally agree. And AbsentPage is one of those players that I saw him playing some friendlies against a Sheik, and he would actually just like wait pretty far away and crouch. And it's like, the grab's going to be telegraphed. If they dash attack, you crouch cancel it, and they can't reach you with anything else.
Right.
So it's, I mean, he'll do what he has to.
Especially when you're in the lead like this. Because you don't have to worry about approaching if you don't have to.
And you can easily take the, like, little bit of percent on the trade or something. Because if the game state stays the way it is and progresses for another few minutes, like, you just win.
Exactly. Ooh, those shines were insanely crisp, resulting in a low percent gimp there for AbsentPage.
What does Junebug do? Maybe like a little bit more fake approaching, right? Because it felt like he was either staying all the way in the corner, being patient, which he's good at, or just committing all the way.
He's got to give AbsentPage a reason to not be so aggressive in this spot in the corner right here. He's got to start hitting some grabs and throwing him off and trying to set up those things we were talking about earlier, Sheik's strengths. He's got to put those on display a little bit more prominently.
That's it. AbsentPage is just like spacing really well, staying in a really safe range. Like even with the shine drill, he shines in front of the shield in case she comes forward and then drills what would be a cross-up.
Yeah, Sheik's not one of these characters that can just like get a grab in the middle of a scramble. They kind of need some setup for their grabs or to kind of run and dash grab you.
So we can do on the Mr. P recovery. Doesn't make it back 2 stocks and only 8% taken by AbsentPage.
Yeah, this is looking cleaner and cleaner as the set goes on for AbsentPage here. Showing a lot of know-how in this matchup.
Yeah, definitely. He has like a strong game plan and like the tactics down, right? Gets shine into grab, converting it into a lot of damage, up airs. Yeah, definitely a DI mix-up. Maybe suspecting that Junebug would be DIing for the up air, goes for a weak nair on top platform. A trade. Yeah, down air comes out like actually pretty slow. It has kind of a lot of startups, so there's time for a trade from AbsentPage. And it's look. So I'm not saying it's going to be a 4-stock, but that opportunity is
there.
Here.
Yeah, it's on the table. It's now entering the realm of discussion.
Yeah. So Junebug definitely wants to prevent that. You're saying we're going to have a lot of close matches? And,
well, that's the commentator's curse. So, you know, if I said that this was going to be a blowout, it probably would have been a Game 5 sweater. So.
Okay, yeah. Up smash also a little slow to come out. AbsentPage getting the grab.
I don't like seeing the up smash there because it makes me feel like Junebug might be flustered. Like I don't. What else can I do?
Because it's not going to hit that much, and if you do get an anti-air, maybe it sets up like a good situation.
He's at 12% though.
Yeah.
You know, what was he going to get off of the up smash?
Maybe just a reset combo. I don't know.
That's it. Game 2, very, very dominant display there from AbsentPage.
Yeah, Junebug looking back to his MVDA comrades in the crowd.
Looking for the answers.
Looks like, yeah. He's looking at the juice box, also a really good Sheik player from around here, but I mean, no coaching. He's not offering anything. Plus, juice box is a little bit spiteful sometimes.
A little bit. he might be the kind of guy who gives you the wrong advice on purpose. I don't like Junebug immediately retreating back to this ledge right here unless he's going to be planning on really trying to trapdoor Spider AbsentPage into throwing him off the stage. And
I think it's only really worth it at a higher percent, right? And AbsentPage is playing in a way that's very threatening. He's like dashing in center stage such that Sheik like is very unlikely to get hit if Junebug attempts to. But
the first successful tech chasing sequence we saw from Junebug, and AbsentPage mashes out with like almost like tool assisted level mashing.
Yeah, and you can see AbsentPage kind of waiting in the center of the stage, gets a favorable trade. Okay, they're boxing now. Space backer. You see, I like Junebug getting just a little bit closer. Because AbsentPage really is making Junebug like play direct interactions, right?
Yeah. And Sheik has some pretty long range normals, like her down tilt and forward tilt reach pretty far, and a lot of Fox players aren't expecting down tilt of all things.
Even the jab is like pretty good at stuff, I think, sometimes. It comes out pretty quick. It's actually quite long for a jab. Yeah, the Nair contesting airspace. So see, Junebug is getting the ideas just now. Hopefully not too late for him. We'll see.
He would have a lot of work to do, but he's definitely starting down the right path here. This could be rough. This could be a lot of damage here.
Yep, big punish. I like at such a low percent, hitting Sheik back off stage probably isn't going to do too much. Instead, goes for a huge combo.
Yeah, he's still going too. He's not done yet. 107%.
I think that was a shield poke.
That's it. That was pretty much 0 to death outside of those needles.
Yeah. Poor Junebug. Forward air. Yep.
Perhaps feeling the effects of that time off from the game. Junebug looking to claw his way back into this match.
Yeah, I was going to say, not showing it in the edge guard. Really strong edge guard. A couple forward airs off stage to snuff out the candle. Okay, you got a tech chase going on.
He needs more. He needs more sequences like that. I mean, that edge guarding sequence and that tech chase sequence were beautiful, but he's got to be able to make them last.
At the very least, like, he wasn't really getting those openings before. At the very least, he's getting them now. The next step is to execute.
Yeah, I did not see much potential for either of those in the first game.
You might have forgot about the second one. So, I mean, it was 2 quick ones. We're having a pretty close battle now.
I feel like he's implementing his game, and there's more neutral happening in this game as well. So more of a neutral struggle instead of it just being AbsentPage raining pressure onto Junebug and Junebug kind of dealing with it. Now Junebug's applying a little pressure of his own in certain aspects of the matchup.
Yeah, definitely. Dash attack to grab. Ends up knocking AbsentPage off stage. Now Junebug with the lead. I think his first one so far.
Ooh, this shine. It's going to be big. That's it. It's even Steven here. The inverse of our last game. We've got a super close struggler here.
Tie game in game 3. I always like the forward throw against Sheik at about that percent. If they DI off the stage, you really don't get anything.
Right.
Yeah, from an up throw. Goes with the platform tech chase, a little trade. Junebug patient on the ledge. Nice. A player like AbsentPage will prey on you just immediately feeling like you need to come up the ledge onto the stage.
And he's just putting a little bit of damage until he gets you right into that up throw kill percent. Getting the 3-0 over Junebug.
And you know, Junebug,
not what I would have expected. I mean,